Theme song.
Bip, bip, ting.
Wah, 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 wah. Fucking Sunshine deserved a direct sequel more than Galaxy did.
Super Mario Sunshine.
I always call it Super Mario Cum Slime, but okay.
This game was interesting.
Good.
It had voice acting. Which
Like
was,
it had a fucking cutscene intro story thing. Go, oh,
the
look
thing
at
I always
this.
found weird about this is
Isle
there's
Turtle.
the full voice acting for every character but Mario.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those situations where I mean, I don't think people really, like, do you really want to hear that fucking voice? You know, because Nintendo's making a Mario movie. Yeah, that's still going. Like that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's like 2022 or some shit. And it's like, I feel like that shit's gonna get real fucking grating. You know, like I don't think that's gonna fucking survive. Like particularly the way his voice is, like, you know, these days, like it's very weird.
I'd fuck one of those things.
I want to have to think about that. Oh, look. Peach attempting to rub two brain cells together.
Quite good. I love Toadsworth.
Mario games. They're allowed to make new characters. It's a dolphin island. The water effects in this were fucking nuts for 2002. Still good.
Fuck yeah, though. A, B, C.
I'm going to sneeze. I did sneeze. I made a sneeze.
Sneezing when you're taking a shit is a fearful experience.
It either helps or terribly, terribly hurts.
What happened?
You crashed, dimwit. Fucking hell. I'm beginning to
look,
see
Peach
why
is
you're
going-
kidnapped so much.
Yeah.
Hey, Peach, want to come with me?
I know, I was gonna say, like, I feel like it's barely even kidnapping.
Just opens the door.
Like, yeah.
Get in.
Hey, Peach, come over here. All right. God fucking mighty. The thing is, like, there are 100% girls like that. And it's
Yeah.
not like, they're not bad people. And oftentimes they'll have, like, some difficult job that's, like, you know, requires a degree that they got. But it's like, that's just the only thing that they seem able to do. And the rest of the time their inner monologue is just a cool afternoon breeze. And it's hilarious because, like, every one of them that I've met have been, like, a friend's girlfriend. And there's always this weird fucking moment where everybody realizes that this dude's girlfriend is, like, some fucking moon unit. And it's just, it's, you know, again, like, they're not, like, bad stupid.
No.
Like, the term that I always use for them is fae, which is, like, I think a cult term meaning off with the fairies, where it's just, yeah, you just, everyone's here, and you're kind of over there.
Yeah.
And again, the last one was, like, you know, again, giant blue eyes, blonde, and just, we were playing, like, one of those, you know, like the Jackbox games, but, like, in person.
Yeah.
We were playing something like that, and literally all she had to do was spell a word, and it, like, literally, like, everyone had fucked up in a perfect way that all she had to do was, like, spell the goddamn word. And she knew what the word was.
Yeah.
But, like, between knowing what the word was and understanding the game, just something happened. And she forgot what the rules of the game were briefly. And then just, like, you put the wrong letter in. And just the end, like, it was finally bad enough where we couldn't laugh. Because, I mean, I did, because it was still funny. But, like, you know. Because at that point, you know, it's like, hey, oh, we're laughing at someone who might have special needs. Mr. F.
Enter a body of water and press the button. Instructions complete.
I mean, there are Todd dudes like that, but you just don't see him around much, you know? We just usually put him in a shed where the hot and loud things are.
Yeah.
And, you know, that problem sorts itself out.
Alright, that's the map button.
The fucking hilarious thing I remember reading in like early America was like really, and I say early America, but like early America was really into eugenics, and like there are some hilarious like tracts written about this shit where they're like the danger specifically of female morons, because like a male moron you can like has utilities, like you can like make them lift things and do menial labor and shit. But like female morons are tricky because they get in your house as like maids, and then they're around your son, and then that's you just got to be careful of that, because before you know it you'll have like weird half moron babies that you got to deal with.
Come out, you plant. Goopy plant. That fella.
Ugh. To hit its mouth or some shit.
Yeah. Not used to the buttons yet.
Yeah. Drink it, bitch.
You're a thirsty plant, aren't you?
Away, Mario! Titty slide! That looks like it'd fucking hurt. Like, all
On
right.
that surface, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna do a fucking titty slide on the tarmac. It's like, that doesn't sound good at all. See what I mean? Like this, they should structure a sequel to Odyssey around this. Like one big space.
I'm disappointed they never did like DLC for Odyssey coming to Isle Delfino.
Let's not get into the fucking basic ideas that any other company that isn't called Nintendo would do.
True.
Just fucking Jesus.
I always liked
What was the most recent thing they did that upset everybody? Vaguely, I don't know, someone was throwing a tantrum. That's right, someone was throwing a tantrum about the online system again. That's just,
That's the drop
the
in the
old-
bucket. Like, to be real. I always love this that they put him on trial and just throw the fucker in jail. Like,
become the fucking Isle Delfino cops to
Court is now in session.
railroad another poor Mario of color.
Someone has been censored.
how do you rate this game? You like this game? Like,
Yeah, I think this is one of the better Marios. I mean, is it like the new mechanic they added is interesting.
what was life like for you when this came out? What were you? How'd you play this game? Do you have memories of it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was still smoking weed, so
That would have been amazing.
getting high and playing GameCube was a big part of my day. 2002. I mean, I was still sort of loafing around unemployed, and really, let's face it, unemployable. So this was, and like, so GameCube for me was another one of those like, oh wow, this is fucking rad things. It's like, we went from like the 64 to the Dreamcast, which was a big fucking jump, and then the Dreamcast to this, which was still a big fucking jump, even though it was all fairly 3D by that stage. Because like, you go back and you look at like fucking Rogue Squadron and shit, and like it's where you're playing that on the Death Star surface and shit. Just look fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And going from like the Dreamcast, which was really kind of in a lot of ways just like better fucking 64. But like, okay, the textures and the polygons are more detailed, but like still there's a lot of like jank.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't have been able to get something to look this round.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there was
Smoothness
this.
was a lot.
And like specifically the water effects in this were fucking mind blowing when it first came out. I guess 2002 and the water still looks good.
Yeah.
I mean the paint's a little pixely at this point, but like
Also, we are playing this on a 4K TV.
yeah.
So
and it's like
it's-
how much does it? Because it's like 720 or some shit, isn't it?
No, it's 1080.
Okay.
It's just, again, it's not. This isn't like a HD complete. Like they're not.
They didn't quite all-star the all-stars.
Yeah. So it's still a lot of it's still very GameCube-ish. Like especially when you see something like that.
Yeah, like
I think this game doesn't need touching up. I think the art and everything's still really into
I
it.
don't think it needs like, a redo of the art or anything, but like,
Oh, I know what you mean.
like some more internal.
100%.
Like if you play this on, because like, again, because it's a Mario game, the widescreen hack for Sunshine on Dolphin is I mean, there's probably like some gaps in it somewhere, but at this point, functionally flawless.
Yeah.
In the early days, it used to be that like the game would display perfectly well in 3D, but you'd get like the the little things that pop up and go, "You're cheating," like this. You see
Yeah,
how it's
yeah.
like says Delfino Plaza?
Yeah.
That would stop at the 4x3.
Right.
So just those bits would cut off, but like they fixed that. And so you download, you need, it needs to be region specific. So you need to download the right region, but otherwise, yeah,
durians.
you get, 60
Pineapple.
FPS and, fucking 4K, and it's
Movement in this game is fucking insane.
And again, like, what do? You splash water in front of yourself, and you fucking hurtle along, and yeah, it's a fun, dynamic fucking title. I really enjoyed fucking. Look at that, like fucking, Because again, water wasn't in fucking video games for ages for good fucking reason,
I like this.
Water's hard,
so you
man.
Can go, like, tells you how to do all the stuff.
That's nice.
I think that's cool because, like, a lot of that stuff
Would have
the
been in
game
the
never
booklet.
told you.
Yeah.
Like, they were in the booklet if you went looking, but things like
If you
the
would
slides,
back in the day, you'd get the thing, you'd open
read
it up
It'll be so
on the
cool.
way home in the car, and you'd be like, oh yeah, there's backflip. And like, oh, he can do a titty slide on
Something
the
that always bothered me about being in the water and holding the button to fill the tank was it shot. Just felt that's counterproductive.
Did it?
Like it's the same button. No, you're full. You're always going to be full.
Was it that in...
It was, yeah.
Huh.
It's just you never stopped to pay
couldn't
attention
tell
because
me.
why would you?
Yeah. That and like, blasting shit with water was like... You just looking at it go, wow, look at that. It actually moves like fucking, like water. It's not just pixels or polygons. Like again,
When you unlock the jet nozzle, man.
Yeah, like, again, you go back
fuck
and...
off.
You go back and look at fucking water in, like, what is it? 2002, it was around when the PS2 and the Xbox were coming out. But, like, even then, like, go look at water in a PS1 game, or you go look at water in a fucking 64 game, or again, even water in a goddamn, Dreamcast game, which was, as good as it got up till now. And it was just like a fucking, wobbly layer of shit. I mean, Christ, the water in fucking, Shenmue looks like arse. It's fucking terrible.
Love that.
Looks like one of those Chubba Chops that's like a weird flavor that I don't quite trust.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's chocolate vanilla glob, and it's like,
Vanilla cola.
yeah, like that's an ice cream flavor, and you're a lollipop, and I don't like this weird approach.
I don't mind the vanilla cola ones because they've got the sort of the tang of the cola, the smooth vanilla.
Yeah, that's a bit more fucking, that's a bit more pansexual than I'm willing to try.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Do you do modeling? I want to paint your peach. She just stood there, like, oh, I wonder what that guy's gonna do. Abducted again.
What?
Fucking stop it.
Oi.
Damn it, that's my moron. Also, weren't wall jumps new for this?
No, 64 had wall jumps.
Oh, that's right. There was some kind of jumping thing that's not the hover that was new for this.
Spin jump. That's new.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you had the long jump, which is you don't get anymore. So unless you're floodless.
Yeah. Come here that I might spray you.
I swear I never used to take this much. Am I supposed to jump on him? Or just keep spraying him?
I'm pretty sure you just gotta keep spraying him.
You fucking...
Thanks,
What do you think I'm doing, Flood? Stop fucking burying my sex nuggets. Oh, there's a blue coin in there.
There you go.
Fuck you. Blah, 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 blah. Toad's weather is the best.
Kick that rapscallion in the head while he's down. Beat him. Hey.
I transferred my essence into the painting.
Slow down there.
Probably.
I'm going to unveil you, Banksy.
I always thought this game was just neat in its little levels. The way they were, the layouts of them.
Yeah.
Very unique.
I feel like they could, like I'd like to see, kind of that larger open world thing, with Mario. Because like they had a similar thing with Odyssey where like, with, the similar layout to this where there's like a hub, but then there's like these little pocket levels. The pockets are fairly large, like there is a lot to explore. But like they're still all, comparatively fairly fucking small. Not like when you go visit like fucking whatever, Space Mexico.
Yeah.
In Odyssey, it's like you can see the edge of it if you get up high enough.
The fact that the flowers like giggle as when you spray them.
Don't make wet flowers bloom and giggle. That makes me uncomfortable.
Hey, we're not a flower at all.
Hey, you get out of here. Oh, Uggos. No. No, Aaron. This is a water wheel, not an Italian wheel.
Yeah,
They banned those in the 1700s. Not allowed to just grind millet with Italians anymore.
Also, something the game never really tells you is it tells you to hold like the button to spray and hold this trigger if you want to aim.
Yeah.
But it never tells you your actual behind camera view.
Yeah, your aim.
It's way easier to.
Yeah, no, because you
with.
could actually, aim. This is, I want something like this to play fucking Super Soakers with.
That'd be cool. Hey.
It's on that side and I'm on this. It's not good. That shadow thing is such a nice little...
Motherfucker.
Why are you like this?
It's too late. He says you, and that's very funny. Like the Australian, you!
Or yous? Plural use. Always love that one. I don't know how much traction that gets. Fucking, I don't know, wet a cunt, go up there. Someone's fucking, pitching chocolate gobbos at you. You fucking go, whack 'em one. Well, use! Like, I'm assuming that sees, like, a bit of use in, like, foreign English, areas, but, like, it fucking, good God, you hear that a lot.
I love,
Spray him.
something I particularly enjoy is like different cultures and different languages, how they interpret English songs.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, obviously, they just hear completely different things or sound different meanings. In particular, the song Mr. Brightside by The Killer?
I mean...
By The Killers? No jealousy.
Oh, right, yeah.
That one. I had a friend who thought that was Chelsea there. Because she's, like, overseas.
Yeah.
Completely different country.
That's fair. No, yeah, I could...
I'm
if
like,
I
I
walked
can-
by hearing that, I'd be like, oh yeah, Chelsea.
But I
See
just
about a
laugh
chick
so
called
hard because,
Chelsea.
like, to me, it's the jealousy. Like, the
Yeah.
enunciation's
yeah.
there for me because I'm
Yeah,
English.
you're hearing the leap.
Yeah, and I love that. I love that two people can hear something different like that. It's like when there was a picture going around on Twitter a few weeks ago. Kookaburra or goat. Like, was it a bird or a goat? And I'm like, that's a fucking bird, you fucking numpties. And then I sat and looked at it, and you can see a goat there too if you look hard enough. I'm like, you motherfuckers, like, that's so... Did you see that one?
No. I mean, I have experience of both kookaburras and goats, though, so I think mistaking one for the other is going to be, like, generally more of an uphill battle for me. Because, as an Australian, you see kookaburras around, and my brother once had a feud with a goat. It's completely, like...
Is the feud over?
I mean, I'm going to say no. I'm going to, like, it's kind of like, all right, it's not like North Korea. It's more like the South will rise again. Where, like, for all intents and purposes, it's over. But, I feel like if the goat got half a chance and wasn't also drunk, inbred, and really by this stage probably dead, it would kick off again. What the blue coins do again? So the music in this is good, you know? It's just enjoyable acoustic.
Old Delfino is my jam. Fuck to this.
You fuck the big eye, those big Delfino women. You got Del Fever, Bayo. You got Del Fever, boy.
Yeah. I think they give you shine sprites for every 10 you collect or something. Like.
Yeah. I figured it had to do something.
Here's Sparklies.
Because especially if you compare this to 64, like, this is such a dynamic space you're in right now, you know? Like, you think about Mario 64, what happens? Like, oh yeah, you're jumping around an area, but like, no, there's fucking nothing much going on. There weren't people you could talk to.
I hear you, Sparkly.
Yeah, isn't he in the building? Like, you gotta talk to the cop and get like a... Something to do with melons? Like, yeah, look, see, he's like, oh, fucking, these cunts. Teens.
Does that mean Mario, dimwit?
Yeah.
You know everything's about me? These do again.
M is for Mut. Bum jam it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ah, this is how you get that fucking...
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. Now we're up.
Oh, you need the takeoff one. I was like...
That's right, we gotta upgrade this motherfucker.
Oh.
We're at level 1. We still have Chud Flood.
God flood. God flood fever.
Clem 7. It's a tunnel Australia built. It's named after the guy that brought toilets to Brisbane. Before that, we all just used to fling shit at each other.
Some of us still do.
Yeah. Yeah. King Roy.
King Roy is an odd place.
It's funny, because I talked to my parents, because my parents were alive, you know? Like, that's a thing my parents lived through.
Yeah.
You know? Like, fucking my dad would tell me, it's like, bear in mind, television got here before, like, fucking flush toilets. Like, you could have a flush toilet if you were some kind of rich cunt and wanted to build, like, a sister fucking one. I keep saying cystic tank, but that's cystic fibrosis, and that's completely different.
Septic.
Septic, that's it. Fucking poo tube. Yeah, I know, a cystic tank. Fucking septic fibrosis. Got the shit shakes. Which one's cystic fibrosis again? I gotta look at it, that's gonna drive me fucking insane.
I don't know.
I know it's not a big fucking, like, you know, caravan full of shit that you keep in your backyard because you just want to go indoors.
I just go back in? I think I just do. I remember if you do for the first one. I think you got to get like 3 before you unlock a new level.
Cystic fibrosis affects the cells that produce mucus, sweat, and digestive juices. Jesus.
Yeah.
It causes these fluids to become thick and sticky. Then they plug up the tubes, ducts, and passageways. That's fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, weirdly though, it is kind of like poo tubes. They're like, I guess we were both right. Woo! And like TV happened, and then TV was like, hey, you know, toilets exist, and Queenslanders were like, ah.
That's sad,
Yeah,
man.
and so like,
I got poo prana.
you know, apparently like the reason it got done quicker than like was by putting the pipes under the footpath as opposed to the road. Apparently like tradition had just been you put the sewage pipes under the roads, which I suppose made sense if you were doing that while you were making the roads, but like roads were already here.
Yeah.
And like prior to all this, you were just shitting in a shed out back. And a guy came and would collect your shit tube, and that was just that was a thing.
Wait, really?
Yeah. No, that's a real, that's not me making shit up. Like, Dad would tell me about the Dunny Man, and like how, because, you know, it was like, I don't know, the fucking late 50s, early 60s, and you were a little shit. You'd put like rocks in your driveway and stuff to see if you could get him to trip. And look, don't get me wrong, well, let's face facts, I'd probably do that too. I mean, if there was a guy whose job it was to walk through my yard with a big goddamn open can of, like, my dumps.
That guy over there. He's just hanging out, man.
Over and see what he's up to.
I think I can get up there.
Well, I don't know, you got a jetpack. I mean, I'm not the fucking... Alright, like, I mean, I'd have probably hovered longer, but...
I wanted to...
Look at you and your fucking feet that, like, let you fucking walk on the goddamn water like you're Jesus.
Come here, you bitch.
Maybe Jesus was a beetle, and that's why, you know, we haven't noticed his return. keeps coming back as like a fucking beetle, and you're like,
Oh, come on. Alright, that's fucked.
Hobo. Alright. Alright, no, you're not gonna. What the fuck? Is that what that thing does? Like, jump on him and then hover down. Like,
Yeah, that's what I tried. The hover was too late.
fucking Jesus.
Yeah, they go sprongies.
I didn't know they sprungied that hard.
Alright, so you cannot. I keep fucking trying to cancel and then doing it lower.
Yeah.
That's not a thing. You just gotta. Once you're done, you're done. Sprayed your load. There we go. Wait. Danny DeVito, what's
Welcome
up?
to my club.
Wait, what?
That's
Fuck
funny.
you too.
That's good. Hey, you could jump on him and get up to where you were. Probably even higher.
That's using the noodle. You get those for health first.
Just like in America, your money defines how much health you have.
Oh, he's coming.
Just wants you to boing.
Oh,
Hey,
shit
fucking.
balls.
Alright, look, Aaron, I gotta,
Yeah.
covered in filth still. Hey! Stop fucking chopper chops.
People who jack off to like
Inflation.
explosion.
Like, yeah, look out. You're bumping into whaka chops here. Like a goddamn chopper chop. Man.
Hovering for what? For what fucking reason, Flood? Good lord.
I mean, there maybe. Like, that's probably what he was fucking, what his dumbass
Probably.
was talking about. But yeah, it's like, I'm down here, Flood, you fucking stupid goddamn.
You know, I would really prefer a lot more quality out of these fucking controllers for $100. I know I got on a lot of that, but still.
All things considered,
It's just the
yes.
sticks are shit. Like, precisioning, it's not good.
We're having this problem with fucking... Oh. Hello. I'm the soul of Mandy Patinkin trapped in an eggplant. I wonder what an umlaut over an M would do to it.
Umlaut.
I do love the word umlaut. It's just very funny to me. What's that fucking little drawing in the hole up there?
I don't know.
Is that...
Yeah, spray it though.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh,
In doubt, spray.
goodbye thing. Oh, look at that texture. It just fucking cut off. Fucking fantastic. Who cares? We got like fucking whaka chop to beat. I hate how you can still see that guy down there hiding and just like, yeah, I'm not letting you in. It's like, in what? I don't even know what this is. You gotta at least fill me in. Alright. Confront him.
I think I should be able to hover and get that. Well, he can eat it.
I look Mario down the bottom there. Or a fat baby.
I always loved Petey Piranha. I'm glad they added him into Mario Kart. Whack him with my noggin.
Basically stolen from Onk's Adventure.
Could have been facing this way. That would have been nice.
Thanks for spray things, Flood, huh? Why, Flood, do the solutions to all these problems seem to involve spraying things with... Yeah, like now... Like, cause, they're getting you to do vor and shit, and now it's like, oh, the inflation fans are here. Like, hey, you like those things where, someone puts an enema in a lady's bottom until their stomach's all distended? Well, here you go.
Then you can pop them, which is another fetish.
Christ, that's such a hassle. Like, I'm just happy when I see a vulva, man. Like, I don't need any, like some of that shit, but there's a limit, there's a limit to what you can do to a human body before it, like, dies. And that's a tough, you gotta be some kind of fucking German with an internet connection to find somebody to do that. And then you can still get in trouble for it, so it's like, it just seems like such a fucking hassle.
I guess the idea is just generally, most people with fetishes I guess, have to come to the grips that it is a fetish, and that, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got, like, you know, friends who do some weird shit, but it's all like, you know, you can go to a place and have, like, if you want to get, like, you know, tied to a wood thing and, like, paddled in front of a bunch of people, like, that's a relatively simple job to get done, you know? Like, it's physically possible, is my point, you know?
What I'm sort of trying to say is, I guess, part of the fantasy feeds into the sexualization of it, yeah. Because it is so detached from reality that that's probably
just get weirder and weirder and weirder.
Now,
and you're drawing yourself being swallowed by Marge Simpson's giant boob, but it has 2 eyes and a mouth.
in Australia, I always never understood it because I remember seeing everywhere, shine get. In Australia, it just used to say shine.
I don't remember.
And I never understood shine get, but apparently in like the US one, it says shine get. I'm like, Can you comment if that happened to you, please?
Are you a shine get or just a shine?
Yeah. Shine on diamond while I massacre this toad's noggin. Don't jump on my head, fuckwit!
Classy is proudly sponsored completely by its fans. We thank you for your support.
It expanded somehow. I'll have you know.